This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for space. It's Gray. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Turns it on in midfield. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Well, the offense is coming out early in this game, guys, and they're going to test the eye discipline of this defense. Good way to do that is with the jet sweep. See if they can locate the football and go make a tackle.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
Man, those are backbreakers.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Got it looking for a first. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that ball.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. And the Bruins want to crank the tempo. It's a draw. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He might want another play. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
The Bruins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all of the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Running back searching for a hole. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Quick completion on the out. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
To the air, it's Applewhite. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Zips it out to his man. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Oh, they're after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, pass to Marker. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. They'll run the screen. There he goes. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Shoot, quick cross to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Bray. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's loose. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
They'll go to the ground. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. And the Bruins in the hurry-up. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that that happens again, he's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
The Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Handoff to the lone back. Turning it on. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Applewhite. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Finding an escape route. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USF has had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 14 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped with a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, give on the inside.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Applewhite. Firing to the right, complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Here's the handoff. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Trying the left side. Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
The Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bruins really need to keep this drive alive on third down. The RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Here's the pressure. Still on his feet at the 45. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Looking for a huge play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Now you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He's going for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Shotgun snap on third down. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bruins will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in.
There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
And the Canes just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They'll give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half spell they'd hoped for.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen him do this, we've seen him do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew it was coming, did a great job defensively, forced an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that fourth down and failing to convert there has to sting. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on second down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. Here comes the heat. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Looking down the middle. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Back to pass on second down. Got the quick pass.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Quickly complete. Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
And the Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They went for the big... And boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Green. Pass to 45. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Still looking, on the move. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some 1st downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Gonna look downfield again. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Bruins! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Still running at the 40. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
They're working that left side. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Fires complete on the crosser. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains, it's 1st down at the 27. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And the Canes have their offense in high gear. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So 1st down will open up the final period. On the ground, it's Cardi. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Miami! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. UCF has just had no answer to the beatdown they're taking today. I mean, when's the last time this happened to this program? They're trailing by 31 to Pittsburgh. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And the Bruins will hustle to the line.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires to the tight end. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Steps away. The throw. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Wide open downfield. Made a defender miss. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on second down. He's got it on the run. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job.
Touchdown, UCLA! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Got his man quickly. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out.
And I think a lot of people are going to go, why do you run the route short? You know, like you got to run that route into the end zone so when he catches it, he gets credit for the two-point play. But they're stopped short, no points.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Snatches it on the run. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The corners are walked up tight. Rides to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. Complete to the left. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.